convenient locations and at AllianceBankTexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
ESPN Central Texas is 1660 AM, 92.3 FM, and 100.9 FM.
This is Dallas Cowboys football 2025.
They're going to blitz Stafford. He throws it to the left.
Only heard here.
Picked up by Bland. He's done it again.
All season.
Look at me. My eye came back home. A house call for Deron Bland.
Sunday afternoon, it's your Cowboys and the New York Giants. Live from AT&T Stadium on this Dallas Cowboys radio network station.
It's the Cowboys and the Giants.
Barely over the static. Barely.
Here on ESPN Central.
It's terrible. It sounds. I'm not trying to freak you out, but I mean, I don't know what's going on.
Bears today. Conecuh sausage, the official smoked sausage of the Baylor.
Yes.
Baylor
static, and I can barely hear you.
Bulldogs this Saturday morning at McLean Stadium. They go into the game averaging 542 yards of offense. But offensive right tackle Caden Siraki says looking to be even more productive this week.
Oh, it's been pretty sweet. Sawyer's been ripping it, and so he's been dicing up the defenses. I think, along with us in the O-line, we've kind of been struggling in the run game wise, but I think this week is going to be a pretty good week to figure out those missing pieces and establish a strong run game. I think right now we're really focusing on really good double teams, and that's been a big core emphasis by Coach Miller and Coach Watts, and that's been something that we've influenced today within drill work, and I think that's going to be pretty crucial for us to make an impact in the run game.
That's Caden Siraki, the offensive lineman for Baylor. Now this.
Favorite jeans, favorite shirt. Got Conecuh sausage and I'm firing it up. Yeah, everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. You can smell that flavor up and down the road. It's a little taste of heaven, and everybody knows that's how I get my grill on. Conecuh sausage. It's just a little taste of heaven.
The Football Bears home this Saturday hosting Samford at McLean Stadium. Our coverage begins at 7 a.m. Then the Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show at 9 a.m. The countdown to kickoff at 10 for the third meeting all time between Baylor and Samford. And that's today's Baylor Bears Today, brought to you by Conecuh Sausage. I'm John Morris.
Baylor Bear football back at McLean Stadium this Saturday for a family weekend matchup with the Samford Bulldogs. Presented by Premier ER and Urgent Care. Derek Smith leads things off with the Baylor Alumni Tailgate Show beginning at 9 a.m. with an 11 o'clock kickoff from inside McLean Stadium. Join John Morris, Nick Florence, and Ricky Thompson for the broadcast this Saturday morning on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
We were driving to a Halloween party, and my friend Kaylee Mills and I were in the back seat taking selfies, and she decided to take off her seatbelt to get a better angle. The driver lost control, and we flipped several times. Kaylee, she was thrown from the car and died right there. Everyone in the car that had a seatbelt on was okay, but the one person that wasn't didn't make it.
Click it or ticket. Every rider.
Oh, it's still. I'm sorry, I didn't see your.
From the Allen Samuels Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Studios, this is KRZI Waco, K222DC Waco, K265DV Temple, ESPN Central Texas.
Welcome.
Here we go.
The Baylor Coaches Show. Presented by.
It's close to not being arable. I'm not trying to freak anybody out, but it doesn't sound. It sounds terrible.
Live from Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue, and brought to you by Central National Bank.
I don't even know if I'll have enough level on you. Yeah, no, I don't think it's arable. I'm sorry.
Partner of Baylor Athletics.
That should have been.
Farm Bureau Insurance Online to find a local agent today. TFNB.
Yeah, I can barely hear you, John. I don't know what to do.
Official local.
Oh, there we go. There, your levels are higher. You still got. I can hear you now. It's not going to sound great because of the hiss, but we're good. All right.
Care your way. HEB, the official grocer of Baylor Athletics. Proudly.
Okay, now it's a little staticky, but most of the noises went away too. So, yeah. Okay. Good job, Bob.
Texas barbecue.
coming through in crunch time. Here we go.
Here's your host, the voice of the Baylor Bears, John Morris.
And welcome from Rudy's on the Circle in Waco. Welcome into our Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. We appreciate everyone that is with us today. Those of you here at Rudy's, great crowd. Thank you very much for being here. Thanks to those of you listening on our flagship station in Waco. Those of you watching on the Baylor Athletics YouTube channel, we welcome you as well. And folks, join me in welcoming Baylor head baseball coach Mitch Thompson, leading off the show tonight.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you.
Welcome to you.
Great. Glad to be here, John.
How the heck's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad we get to talk. We hadn't had a chance to catch up in a while.
I know. I don't have time to stop by and just chit-chat.
I know. Funny how that works, isn't it? I don't either.
You don't either.
You're right.
I know that.
Right. So tell us what's going on with your team here in early September.
Yeah, well, we just started school, 2 weeks ago, and so we've been doing individual workouts for a couple weeks and trying to make sure our pitchers are in shape so we can start fall ball here in another week or two, and everything's looking good. Guys are throwing the ball well there on the mound and getting our hitters acclimated a little bit and getting them going. Our new players trying to mesh 20 new guys into a team, So it's a busy deal.
What's that like? I mean, you've done it a lot of times, but you get all these new guys in. You work so hard recruiting. You finally get them here, and then they're with the returning players.
Yeah, I think we do have 20 returners and 17 new guys.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about 50-50 split. Mm-hmm. So you're just trying to build culture.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to do things. This is how we're going about our business, and make sure that everybody can kind of get off to a good start in the classroom and feeling good about everything. It's a process early. You're dealing with 18 to 22-year-old kids, and a lot of them have never been away from home before. So it's a new experience.
Is there anything you do early on, team building, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean we're always talking about things like that and doing stuff. The weight room is huge for team building. Coach Darcy does a great job in there for us. We have them out to our house one time and have a cookout early. And we bring the freshmen, all the freshmen and some of the junior college new guys. They came in early in July for second summer term too.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So they got a couple of classes out under their belt and kind of got acclimated to Waco and how to go about doing things. So
that's smart, isn't it?
Well, it's a head start academically.
Right.
Gets them in the weight room for another 6 weeks with our strength coach. They're in good shape, ready to go when we get started. They know each other. They're not feeling like they're alone when they first get here. So, yeah, there's a lot of good to that.
Cool. Very good. Fall ball, you're, a couple of weeks away from starting that?
Going to start September 24th, Wednesday the 24th, right in the middle of the week. But that's the plan to start then. And, we'll be busy then until about the 7th of November. So we'll go for about 6 weeks and get after it.
And everybody around is hoping for cooler weather. You're hoping it stays warm, right?
Yeah. Well, let's just keep it dry at least.
And dry, right? That's the main thing.
I'm not so big on the 90s. We can dip down into the 70s or 80s, but let's keep it dry.
We could all agree on that. It's been cool the last 2 mornings. Have you noticed that?
We've had an unseasonably cool summer.
That's true. No, I agree.
Unseasonably.
Yeah.
And more rain than I can ever remember in 30 years of being in Waco. So it's we've been blessed with that. But 95 still feels like 95.
Yeah. When you get to the fall ball, will you do a lot of inter squads there?
Sure. We'll be inter squadding probably 3 times a week. Just trying to get a good feel for the guys and how we can match up and how everything fits into place and let those guys really compete and get better. And it's a great learning time for our guys, and it's a great learning time for our coaches. So we'll be inter squad probably 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the plan typically most weeks.
And am I right? Still, public's invited. They could come out and hang out and watch you guys practice.
We'd love to have them come out and stop by and come out and watch the guys and get to know them a little bit. And we'll have a few rosters available. We can do that, and they can start to put their eyes on some of the new guys and see how they may match up.
Good. I don't think I've ever asked you this before, but when you enter squad, how do you divide the teams?
Different ways.
Yeah.
I mean, I try to get everybody in, try to make sure everybody's getting in there and getting some at-bats. But at the same time, you've got to kind of prepare your team. I mean, you can't keep giving away innings on the mound and at-bats to guys who aren't quite ready to go yet. So, but we'll let the guys play it out for quite a while. And, we'll just be dividing it up. You try and get some young with some new, and start seeing different matchups, maybe in the middle infield, who works well together, who does not, who's, just keep switching it up. It's a good learning situation for our coaches for sure. We learn a lot about our kids.
Yeah, that's great. So will you shift those up, like the teams, the lineups? Try this and then maybe shift it around. Just have some different ones.
Yeah, and sometimes we'll go. We might go for an entire week and go the same teams and play a best-of-3 series between the two teams, just put a little something on that. That there's going to be some extra conditioning or something for the losers. Just to try and see the guys' competitive spirit come out.
You've got you mentioned 20 returning players. You got some key guys back, don't you, in some key positions?
Yeah, I mean, we're excited. We've got 3 or 4 position player starters. We lost some guys last year for sure, some older players that have been around a while. But we return, Travis Sanders will be back, and Travis had a big year for us last year. We return Pearson Reebok. He's back. Ty Johnson's back. J.J. Connett. So about 4 position player starters.
Okay.
Two of our weekend starters on the mound that finished the year on the weekend for us, Ethan Calder and Mason George, will be back, and then we've got a whole slew of bullpen guys that were really successful for us that were back. Lucas Davenport, Caleb Bunch, Grayson Murray, Stephon Stahl. So there's R.J. Rue. There's a bunch of guys there that'll be back as well. So it's a good mix of new guys and returners.
Yeah, to have Mason Green and Ethan Calder back, I mean, that's good, and that's a good starting point.
Yeah, two lefties that proved at the end of the year they can compete against anybody and everybody, and we expect them to have opportunities to win games when they're out there on the mound, and they've both done it for multiple years now. So it's kind of a thing that we're not quite where we were 2 years ago, throwing Mason Green out there first college game out there, bases loaded, nobody out against Tennessee.
Yeah, right.
Good luck. So we've learned a lot from that, and we're ready to go with those guys. We'll be excited about that.
Very cool. And the fall is really it's really important for you, isn't it? I mean, you got a lot of work done in the fall.
It's huge. If you were to ask Coach Aranda how important is spring football for him, it's the fall baseball for us is the exact same way.
Yeah.
It's where the team is made. It's where the plans kind of get set, and then we'll have to adjust because there'll be things that happen as we go. But it's definitely a big time for us as a team.
Yeah, very good. All right, we're off and running on the Baylor Coaches Show. It's presented by Central National Bank. Central National Bank, Waco's leading independent bank. We'll take a break. Be back with more from Coach Mitch Thompson talking Baylor baseball right after this.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience.
Yeah. It was down so low that I guess it was catching all the other ambient noise, and it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But once it popped up, it was fine.
Is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green and haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed, smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call an order of Rudy's Group Meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's. Thanks to our host here at Rudy's, as always, and great crowd. And folks will take your questions for our coaches tonight. So fill out a card, get it to us. If you need one, raise a hand, and we'll get that to you. But we continue with Coach Mitch Thompson, Baylor head baseball coach, and the schedule. People are always interested in the schedule. I think we've seen a couple of things released publicly. What can you tell us about your schedule?
Yeah, it'll be a awesome schedule again.
Right.
Really challenging schedule, but that's how we want it. It'll be one where we win games. Our RPI will show from it, and we'll know we've beaten people, and we'll also learn a lot as we go. We'll open up the season here at home with a 3-game series against New Mexico State, and then we follow that up the next 2 weekends with 2 really challenging tournaments. We'll be down at Round Rock and Dell Diamond. We'll play Oregon State, Southern Miss, and Purdue from the Big Ten down there. And then the next week we go down to the Houston Astros Foundation College Classic at Minute Maid. We'll play Texas, Ole Miss, and UT San Antonio. So, follow that up with Air Force at home. So we're just kind of tiptoeing into it, playing every softie we can, right? No, it's a very challenging schedule, but it'll be one we'll learn a lot from it and be ready to go by the time conference gets started.
That's a great schedule. And to play in both Round Rock and Houston after you played in Arlington last year.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's we want to play in one of those tournaments every year if we can, and it's been nice to have the opportunity to have been up in Arlington the last couple years doing it, and now we get to go to Houston and Round Rock, and those are always great. They're great events, great tournaments, and really truly regional tournament type atmosphere. So you learn a lot about your club, and it's exciting for the guys.
Good. So that's the first part of the schedule. That'd be your first 4 weeks. Then you go right into Big 12 play after that.
Then we've got 30 Big 12 games. So we'll play 10 conference series. Play everybody in the league this year except for Kansas, Kansas State, and Arizona. At home, let's see, West Virginia, TCU, Texas Tech, Utah, and BYU. Sorry, we go to Utah. We have BYU and somebody else.
Okay.
We go to Arizona State, go to Oklahoma State, go to Utah, go to Houston.
Mm-hmm.
So
gotcha.
Challenging.
You're doing this off the top of your
head,
head,
too.
too.
Doing it off the top of my head, so I'm
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I've kind of thought about it a little bit.
That's pretty good. What about the ballpark? How are things at the ballpark? Anything new there?
Yeah, nothing new yet. We're expecting some things hopefully in the future. Had some good news, we're continuing to make progress to do some updates there, and it's things that we need for sure to touch the players and help the guys develop and help and take care of them. So, but we're making progress, and Baylor fans and Baylor people are stepping up. I don't know that I can talk about it any more than that.
Okay.
I'd like to announce some things, but I think I better just stay in my lane.
Well, that sounds like a pretty good tease. Sounds like next time we have you on, maybe there'll be.
I hope that there's been an announcement by then.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'd be great.
We look forward to that. How about your freshman class and the transfers? What's the strength there?
Yeah, really excited about them. I think a really athletic group. I think it's probably as athletic a group as it's for sure that we've been able to bring in my time here, and these guys all have ability to do some good things. A lot of talented freshmen. 6 or 7 of them are ranked in the top 100 players in the state of Texas out of high school. Guys who can run, who also swing the bat. We brought in 4 junior college players, 3 of them that are pitchers that we think will bring experience to be able to fill up the strike zone and attack it with some really good arms, along with an infielder who we think can play multiple positions and bring that experience with us. And then we signed 4 transfer guys out of the portal, and we feel good about them as well. All 4 of them being guys who can step in and compete for us. Tice Armstrong and Cade Dodson both come from UT Arlington. Both of them hit over 300 last year. They were probably their 2 better players on their team. We like those kids. Those guys are Baylor-type guys for sure, and we think they'll have big impacts for us. And then on the mound, we have Charlie Atkinson from Dallas Baptist and Cade Hansen from Wisconsin Whitewater. And this year back in summer of Jeremy was in our very first recruiting class here back in summer of graduating year 1995.
Yeah.
Is when he graduated from high school, and so Jeremy was a 3-year starter for us, and Jeremy was a 3-year starter for us, and this and that, and so yeah, to have Cade's son, it lets you know where you stand as a coach when you've got your I've got 3 former players' sons on my team.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Who are the others?
The 2 Bergmans,
Oh yeah.
Braden and Caleb Bergman, and now Dodson. And, my gosh, I got my former player sons on my team. That makes me feel the gray hairs.
That's cool though. That's great to have that legacy with those guys.
It really is, and it's exciting to have them back, and we're looking forward to all those guys.
Give us an idea of some of the guys like Tyreek who were here last year and moving on. How are they doing?
Tyreek and Gabe Craig both, had great years. Gabe Craig, All-American, up for the National Pitcher of the Year, Final 5 finalist, Stopper of the Year. He's out in professional baseball, throwing the ball well, having a good start. Tyreek signed in the 6th round with the Kansas City Royals. He's out in pro ball, doing well too. Maybe struggling a little bit with the bat, getting that figured out, which is kind of probably typical.
Yeah.
We know he's playing the heck out of that shortstop though, and everybody that saw Tyreek here last year knows that was about as good a shortstop play as you'll ever see on a college baseball field. And you saw plays made that, that you just don't see made. And that's why the Kansas City Royals lined up to sign him. So we're expecting big things from both those guys in the future. And then, former Baylor Bear Shea Langoliers is having an unbelievable year right now for the Oakland A's, which is really fun to watch. He was the American League Player of the Month here last month.
Wow.
So, quite an honor. You start thinking about that. That's Big 12 Player of the Week's pretty good deal. American League Player of the Month. That's a
really big
nice
deal.
feather in your cap.
Yeah, and he seems like he's in a good spot in Oakland, doesn't he?
Playing the heck out of it, man.
Not Oakland anymore.
Yeah, Oakland moving to
playing
in Sacramento right now, moving to Las Vegas. But I think Shea's really solidifying himself as a longtime big leaguer.
Nice. It's a shame the injury for the Rangers with our Rangers pitcher that
Bradford.
that cut his season short.
Yeah, some of those things happen, but Cody's a great kid, and he's had a good year, good career so far, and we'll expect him to be back again. Max Muncy's still doing well. He's had to battle a few injuries with the Dodgers as well, but when he's been in there, he's had a huge impact for the Dodgers, and I know he's shooting for postseason play. So it's fun to see former Bears out doing great in the MLB.
Really cool. Really fun to watch them. Yep. All right, we'll take a break. Your questions for Coach Mitch Thompson when we come back. We are live at Rudy's on the Baylor Coaches Show. It's presented by Central National Bank, and we'll be right back after this.
Do you want to earn points while
Lost you for about 45 seconds.
rewards?
Dropped out. I waited for about 25, 30 seconds, and I started the break, and then he came back, so I just killed it and went back to you.
Experiences. Download the Baylor Sports app or register online.
And it was fine after that for about the next 3 or 4 minutes. So it just went brrr, and then you were gone. I was like, oh, that's not good.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
Kids can now join the Baylor Cub Club, the official kids club of Baylor Athletics, presented by Green Eye Associates. Fans 12 and under can register for the low cost of $25 and gain exclusive benefits and access to Baylor Athletics events. Members receive free admission to select events, exclusive giveaway access, and their own membership package. To register your Cub, please visit BaylorBears.com/Cub Club. Sign your Cub up today.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. We are live at Rudy's. Rudy's, a proud sponsor of Baylor Athletics. Be sure to stop by your local Rudy's or Rudy's.com for some real Texas barbecue. Enjoy 100% oak smoked meats, delicious sides, and Rudy's signature sauce. Don't forget Rudy's serves breakfast tacos. Bob Baker every day until 10 a.m. Thanks to our hosts here at Rudy's. And continuing with Coach Mitch Thompson, Baylor head baseball coach. All right, so we have 2 questions from the audience. If there's more, get them up here. But they're both basically the same question.
Same question.
Right? Yeah. And they have to do with Tyreek Kemp, okay? So the question is, one from Bob Barrett and one from Roy Evans. Do you have another Tyreek Kemp on this roster?
I don't know that we got another Tyreek Kemp. We have not been misled. We knew we were going to need some shortstops. So,
right.
So we have recruited some guys to come in there, and we feel good about what we're going to have. But Travis Sanders could move back over to shortstop. Travis was a high school shortstop and drafted high when he was in high school. He's got that ability. We've got several that we recruited. I'll mention 3 shortstops that we recruited, and whether each of these guys stays at shortstop or maybe they move to third base. The best defensive teams that you have, you'll probably end up having a shortstop at third, a shortstop at short, a shortstop at second.
Right.
When we were at the World Series in 2005, we had a shortstop at first, a shortstop in left field. So you've got talented guys that, the best players on the high school field are going to be on the shortstop. So we recruited T.J. Woodson. TJ played his senior year here at Midway High School for the state champ Midway High School team. All-state guy, talented guy. His brother is Michael Woodson, our head tennis coach.
Right.
His dad's a former big leaguer.
Right.
We've got big plans for TJ. We have Bo Caraway. Bo is a high school kid that we recruited that is an unbelievable runner, tremendous runner. His dad is Brandon Caraway, was an All-American in college at U of H, and so Bo is here. We'll see how that all works out there. And then Robert De La Garza is an infielder we recruited from Odessa Junior College, bringing in an older player. But like I said, Travis Sanders can also move over there. So we're going to let it play out over the course of the fall. We'll see who's the best. I don't know if any of them are going to be quite the dynamic defender that Tyreek was, but he was special.
Yeah.
They don't come along like that very often, but these guys are all really good players. We got big plans for them.
Well, look forward to seeing them. But let me ask you now a question about Tyreek. Where does he rank? I mean, you've been here a long time, your previous stint, and now back. And where would he rank as far as shortstops you've coached
lots
here?
of great shortstops been through here. When in my time here, you look back and you say Beamer Weems is probably the best defender, but Trey Webb was outstanding. And then the previous coaching staff to us had Nick Lofton, a first-round draft pick. Nick is fantastic and a current big leaguer.
Yeah.
Playing other positions in professional baseball. But Tyreek, for me, probably ranks up there as good as any of them. I've always thought Beamer was the best one that I'd ever coached, but Tyreek makes me think about it a couple times.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually told Beamer that. I said, you're no longer alone at the top of the list. It's I'm not saying one guy's ahead of the other, but if you saw those two guys play, Beamer was as steady and as pure and as he was a Harlem Globetrotter on the baseball field playing college baseball. He could go between his legs, he'd go behind his back, he could do all kinds of different stuff. But Tyreek made some dynamic plays that if we get anybody that can make plays like Tyreek, we'll be working on trying to get him that back. I tell you that, but we love that guy.
Yeah, that's tremendous. Did Beamer take it okay when you told him he was 1 or 1A now?
Yeah, Beamer said, I'm 40 years old now. Somebody ought to catch me.
Right. It's about time.
It's
about time.
So
that's good. That's good memories with him. And Tyreek, what great memories. I mean, I can just close my eyes and think of some huge, his athleticism, and the ball hits the lip and he still makes the play.
Some of the plays he made, he earned everybody's attention. Everybody across the field, across the diamond looked at him and went, wow.
Yeah.
He had a phenomenal year for us, and so we're excited he's out playing pro ball.
Yeah. I've got a text on my phone I could show you. It's from Tim Healy, who does Arizona State.
Oh, yeah.
And they were here last year, right? Yeah. And he sends a text maybe after the Friday or the Saturday game, and he says, I've been doing this for 35 years, and I have never seen a shortstop make plays like him.
Well, Willie Bloomquist is Arizona State's coach, and Willie was a middle infielder and played 10 years in Major League Baseball, and he went out of his way to come across the field, go in our dugout and shake Tyreek's hand at the end of the series and go, that's the best I've ever seen.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was pretty good.
That's pretty cool. That's good. That's really good memories. Final thought, your coaching staff, you still got the dream team together.
Yeah, we got the same staff. We're blessed to have everybody back. Zach Dillon's back for his 4th year as our recruiting coordinator, hitting coach. Jim Blair, coach at third base, running our offense, back for his 4th year. Excited for those guys on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. And then Sean Snedeker, what a great addition he was last year for us. What a difference he made in our pitching staff. Sean's back. Strength coach-wise, Dan Darcy's here for his 2nd year, and we saw such tremendous growth with our players strength-wise last
Big time,
year.
We're
excited. We're excited for Dan to work his magic with them again. And then Darren Thomas and Brian Furlong, our director of operations, director of player and pitching development, are back, and both those guys bring so much to the table. I've been blown away the support staff that we have, and we're blessed with these guys. I'm blessed to have them every day, and so our players are blessed, and I know they feel it.
Yeah, you have a great staff. You really do.
A lot of fun.
Really good. All right, we'll let you go. Mitch, thanks very much. September 24th, start of fall work for baseball, and it's always open to the public.
Open to have everybody out there. Look forward to seeing you out there at the ballpark, and what a great start to the athletic year we've had so far. Football, getting after it, and volleyball, soccer, taking care of business. So get out there, support them Bears. Sick
there
them,
we
guys.
Go. All right, Mitch Thompson, Baylor head baseball coach. We'll talk football. Dave Aranda joins us after a break.
The Toyota Trucks game
right back, John.
Event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green and haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well,
okay, back, John.
Anyone.
It was fine the whole last segment, so fingers crossed.
With a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different, Bank Central. Central National Bank, member FDIC, proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
Hey Baylor fans, game day experiences for the 2025 football season are on sale now. Fans can purchase exclusive experiences online, including on-field photos, sideline access during warm-ups, tunnel access during the team runout, an in-game radio booth experience with the voice of the Bears, a birthday bash, and much more. There is limited availability per game, so purchase your experience today at BaylorBears.com/group experiences to lock in your one-of-a-kind game day experience today.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. Let's give you our Baylor Scott and White Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics health tip for the week. Don't let pain slow you down. We diagnose and treat sports-related injuries and provide orthopedic services for athletes and non-athletes alike. Visit a Baylor Scott and White Sports Medicine and Orthopedic specialist and move like you used to. And folks, welcome Baylor head football coach Dave Aranda to the set here at Rudy's. Welcome to you.
No, I'm happy to be here.
And congratulations on the win. What a comeback win over SMU.
No, thank you. Yeah, I was talking to my girls. They're away at college, and they just said, hey, what an exciting win. I guess you could call it that. I don't know. I felt like exhausted afterwards, but very thankful and, am excited about where that puts us and what we can do with that moving forward.
You talk about, and it's on the poster, ball, brotherhood, and battle, and you needed all three of those to beat SMU, didn't you?
Yeah, I thought offensively there's so much positive to be really proud about. I thought the best thing was that we're able to get the run game going at times. We're able to, in the 2-minute drives and the times that we really needed to get touchdowns and get points. Sawyer was just in complete command, and I'm on the headsets with him, and you can hear, hey, we know kind of what we're getting. It's going to be this, and they would check into a run or get into the most favorable play, and so just a lot of positive on that side. I think running the ball is something that we want to be able to still do better. I thought special teams took a step up. I think there's still a whole lot we can improve. I think we had a turnover there, and so there's things that we can get better in that area, and then defensively for sure a bunch of things we can get better there. So like to win and not play as well as you can, and to put into play against a really good opponent at their home is a really positive thing. It can say how good this team could be.
How about Sawyer Robertson and the way he's playing through the first 2 games, but 440 yards passing, no interceptions through 2 games. Yeah. He's just playing lights out.
Speaking of quarterbacks, the SMU game, it reminded me of J.J. Joe and just like the rivalry, right?
Yeah,
to be back in there into the whole Southwest Conference and just the opportunity to go and kind of bring that rivalry back.
That's
right?
Nice.
And
yeah.
to be able to compete. And I thought Sawyer, his poise, I told the team there was in the team meeting that one of the most impressive things is that when we were, after the turnover on special teams, and just so after that, I never saw anything on the sidelines where eyes were down or kind of looking, up at the video board, or I never saw any type of any inclination that guys weren't totally into it. Everyone was focused on, here's what we got to do next. Here's what the next step's got to be. If we do this and then that happens. And so when everybody's talking like that and everybody's moving like that, I mean, you kind of believe it's going to happen, right? And so we may have been the only ones, but we're all talking that way. And so then when stuff starts to move, it's like, of course that's supposed to happen. Of course that's supposed to be. And then you just kind of take the next step. Sawyer was right in the middle of that. I mean, was bringing guys up, was just his positivity and just the way he talked guys up. Devin Bobby was also doing that. So those were the 2 main guys on either side. But Sawyer was about as great a leader as you could be in a tough spot.
I think we talked about this maybe going into the first game, but how much is this the second year with Sawyer and Jake Spavital working together? That productivity has improved that much.
Yeah. There's the Sawyer's up there now, and hey, this is what I like versus this, or this is what I think we should do right here, or here's what this check should be, or hey, if I like the speed option more than I like this other play as an option to this front. And so he's right kind of in the driver's seat with a lot of that. And I think in the game there are certain looks that we were getting where we were getting pressure, and then we're getting they would drop out and play zone. And there was a defender in the second level that was kind of tipping what it was going to be, whether it was going to be the pressure or the dropping out. And so we're able to see it, and Sawyer's able to see it, and he's able to check run on the ones where the guy's getting out of it. We had some big runs there in that fourth quarter that was because of a box count, which wasn't shown pre-snap. It was shown earlier in the game, and Sawyer could take that information and make the right check at the line. And so that's a huge deal. That was not happening last year. And so real positive things there.
In what other ways has Sawyer upped his game from last year to this year?
Yeah, I think his ability to move the ball around, I think last year at times when it really kind of came to it, he was looking for Hal Presley, and there'd be Josh occasionally, but a lot of it was Hal. And I think now it's whoever's open, right? And so that receiver room is very talented, our receiver room. And then you add Michael Trigg in there as a tight end. The skill level is about as good as it's been since I've been here. It's the best it's been since I've been here at Baylor. And so the weapons are all around. And so he's not, there was times last year where he would get locked in a guy. Dudes were running routes, but he knew he was going to go over here to Hal because it looked like Hal had a one-on-one. And, now he's throwing it to whoever's open. And so you look at a lot of Kobe's touchdowns are because of that. I think he's got 5 receptions and 3 touchdowns or whatever it is, and it's because that boy's open in this particular play, and he's getting the ball to him and he's doing something with it. So that's a big step up for him, and especially in pressure situations, because it has not been to this point where we're way up ahead of people and we're just kind of doing what we want with the time that we have. Every second and every point counts so far this season, and so he's doing all that under pressure.
And he's so cool out there too. I mean, the fourth quarter, you're down by 2 touchdowns on the road with about 8 minutes to play, and you get that first drive, and the second drive is 82 yards, and he's just marching them right down the field.
Yeah, he's got complete confidence in Spav and the O-line, and again that receiver group. And so there's guys that can win one-on-ones. There's guys that if you press them, they can hurt you. There's guys if you play off, Ashton. There's a couple snaps of off coverage, and there's an advantage by throwing it to Ashton. And that looks, you sling it out to Ashton, he makes a guy miss. It's 17 yards, and so a lot of weapons. And he's confident in just the whole operation, and then what can happen when he gets the ball to those guys.
Yeah, so many weapons in that receiver room. How about your defense? How much improvement did you see? I mean, they made some big plays that you had to have.
Well, I'm proud of that they kept fighting. I thought the big plays they gave up just really disappointing. I think whether it's eyes or it's something, things that we just have to teach better to get to where, hey, man, no matter what adversity comes, or, hey, there's a new wrinkle to a play, don't lose your eyes, keep your eyes on your guy. I think those are things that we're all trying to learn from. The very first play of the game, anticipating a shot, he's done that before, and so I've called games against him before, and so he had his shot play called. We had our shot defense called. Yeah. And I wish, we were that close to sacking him, we're that close to picking him, but that's all of that if close and all that, that's where we're at, And so you just, even if it's a close and if and everything, it can't be a touchdown the other way, And so, there's a lot to improve there. And I think, the other long one was, we got Carl. Carl's been trying to come back. Carl Williams is a leader for us. He's trying to come back. He's fought through a bunch of operations on his knee, and we're trying to get Carl back to where he is, and everyone's kind of pulling for him. And so that was, I think, his second play back, and the quarterback scramble, and his eyes comes off his coverage, and then it goes the whole way. And so, I think we're trying to get Carl's spirits back up. so that he can go back out and attack it like we know we can. And so I think there's things that are way correctable. We just got to keep our head down and kind of keep working. You know, this team we're playing is another tempo team. You know, the SMU snapped the ball on average. The 40-second clock will start once the ball is kind of in position. They snap the ball usually like at 33, 32. So there'd be, a couple seconds off the snap. These guys that we're playing are the same way. Wow. They're very fast. And so that can be good when you get into a groove. When you're kind of on your heels, it's not so good. So we got to make it so it's good for us.
Good week of practice so far off that win?
Yeah, the energy's been really good. I think anytime that you win, it validates, hey, you know, what he's saying is works, or what he's saying is the thing to do. And I think everyone's always in, but there's a different level of in when you win, because it kind of cements it. And so I don't know how else to explain it, but you know, I just think there's always been really strong eye contact in meetings, and it's even greater now. So. Good thing.
It's that way with the broadcast crew, too. And with the fans, I think, after a win. Everything's better after a win, for sure. All right, we got a lot of good questions from the audience. Let's take a break and get to those when we come back with Coach Dave Aranda on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. And we'll be back live from Rudy's right after this.
TFNB, your bank for life, is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB, your bank for life. Member FDIC.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of urgent care with all the expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
If you need a trailer, Flat Rock Trailers has got you covered. From light-duty single-axle utility trailers to the Big Tex tandem duals. We also carry a full line of enclosed cargo trailers. Need a motorcycle trailer? We've got them. Need a dump trailer? We've got the largest selection in the state. Oil field trailers? We carry a full line of Big Tex trailers to handle all your needs. Trailer repairs? We repair all makes and models. We'll even rent you a trailer if you need to use one for a day. Flat Rock Trailers, your #1 source for all your trailer needs. Find us at flatrocktrailers.com.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed. Smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to the tablecloth, just like the one that you see at the store. At a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll feed all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call and order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Central National Bank. Glad you're with us tonight. Thanks to Central National Bank, your leading independent bank. We appreciate them. Oh, I meant to bring a game program today. I saw your back cover ad on the game program for Central National Bank. Very well done. We continue with Coach Dave Aranda. And, Coach, we got some questions from the audience. You ready for these?
Yeah.
These are all good ones from Elizabeth T. Where's Elizabeth? Right here, and she asked, what was your favorite play with the SMU game and why?
Let's see. You know, yeah, there's probably too many to count. I mean, the most obvious one, though, I think would probably be when Connor made that kick. You know, I think it was, you know, so their kicker misses the kick, and it's like, hey, we still need to be aggressive. You know, we're running the ball. We had options to throw that were off of it, but we're getting 4 yards. We're getting 5 yards. And so here we go. It looks like we're going to kind of position the ball in the middle to go ahead and make this kick. And all throughout the spring and the fall camp, you know, we've had situations where we did it again today. We're in practice, so we're doing some period, and then we'll blow a horn, and then we'll come out to a spot on the field, and the kicker's got to make a kick, and there's strength staff, and usually they're pretty elaborate with their whole the noises that they make, and we got coaches around, players, and they're all kind of right there on top of the kicker in the it's not a realistic thing, so to speak, but they're right on top of him, and he's got to make the kick. They're yelling, the music's playing and everything, and so we try to create the pressure, and that boy's been on it the whole time. Yeah, he won it through those experiences, and so I'm thinking of that, right, going into the kick, and I asked him afterwards, and he was kind of thinking of that too. So that was pretty cool to kind of go like all of the work and all of the lead up to it gave you strength in it. So that'd be my favorite.
Very cool. Good question, Elizabeth. Thank you. Bob Barrett asked a couple of questions. As a player or coach, have you ever had a wilder, crazier win than SMU?
Yeah, we've had some ones here. I wish we wouldn't have to make it as tough as it's kind of becoming, you know. But yeah, there's been some crazy ones. I remember I was at Utah State, and we played La Tech, and Sonny Dykes was the head coach at La Tech, and this was a big game. This is going to be whoever wins is going to be the WAC champion, I think. I think that was it might have been the Mountain West championship, and so they are number one in offense at this time, La Tech, and they're just moving up and down and all this, and so we were pretty good on defense at that point, at that time. So at halftime, I think it's like 28-3 or something. And so we're kind of feeling like, that game, I think it went to overtime, and we won like 45-44 or something. They scored all those points in the second half. Wow. And it was, I think to win in the overtime, we showed like a zone look where they checked a run, and then on the look we checked a man. I still have the film because I show the coaches because they don't believe me. We had like DBs running from here to there to get to the man look, and we stopped them. I'm thankful that we did. Pretty heavily criticized if we didn't stop them when there's guys running from side to side. But yeah, I think that's what everyone loves about college football. When you're in the middle of it, it's kind of a stressful deal. But to be on the other side, I imagine it's pretty entertaining.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Bob also, here's a little trivia question. Bob asked, do you know why his favorite numbers are 51, 57, and 38? Those numbers mean anything? What was it, Bob? The missed field goals by the SMU kicker.
Oh,
51, 57, and 38.
Oh, wow.
And he was hitting them from 60 in pregame also.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Bob. Roy right here, Roy Evans says, what freshman has been the biggest surprise this year?
Yeah, let's see. I think of Cade Knighton right off the bat, our running back. I think he's going to continue to get better. He's got, just in the game, there's a couple of outlet passes to him, checkdowns, and he's able to make people miss. And he's got juice to him. We got to find ways to get the ball to him more in space. I think his make you miss, and then he's got a great burst and everything. And so I think there's a lot of positive stuff there. I'm trying to think on defense. Might be Caleb Burns at this point. He's playing a fair amount of special teams, and he's really kind of he's making his way into where he's going to play more than special teams by how well he's playing special teams. Very violent, physical, and fast, and so excited for the careers for both of those young men and what they can be.
Yeah, very good. Mark Berry asked about your defense. Where are the areas of improvement remaining there on defense?
Yeah, I think I have to find a better way and the best way to get them to understand to do their 111th and for everybody to play together. I think there's going back to the first game. For a lot of our new transfers and new players, that was kind of their first time really kind of being the guy and being in a bright lights and big city and all that. And so was hoping that coming into this last game there'd be more improvement than what we saw. But there's things right now where, hey man, we're supposed to go right and we're going left, and hey, if we're going left, we're too many guys are going right. I think on that very first play, it was the first play of the game. We had 5 busts on that first play.
Oh, wow.
Like, how do you have 5 busts on the first play of the game, And so I think it's kind of the the bright lights, it's all those things. And so we have to get it to where we calm down. Part of me is like, hey, let's simplify. Let's take out stuff as much as we can. Let's focus on execution and detail and get it as tight as we can, because we've got really talented guys. You know, I think some of the issues we're having on a bigger level are some of the issues we're having on teams too, and a lot of it is the same type of thing. So we're trying to get it narrowed down and coached to where, hey, no matter how bright the lights are or how big the cities are, we can execute. And so we're hunting that. What's cool? We were talking earlier is that despite going into this game knowing we had to play better on defense, and then to start with the first play of the game like that, right, and then to be hit with something else, and you know, there was never kind of like this. There was guys were fighting all the way through to finish the way that we finished, and so that shows me that there's some grit with the dudes, and they want to they want to be good, they want to finish, they want to be able to improve. And so when you have that, like, you can get there. You know, when you have that type of kid and that type of work ethic in them, you can get there. So I'm excited about that.
Got a couple more questions from the audience. Let's take a break. We'll get to those when we come back for Coach Dave Aranda here on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank.
Are you ready for the action-packed experience of Baylor volleyball? Come watch the Bears all season long at the Farrell Center as the team battles to bring home another Big 12 Conference Championship to Waco. Secure your seats at BaylorBears.com/tickets and come be a part of the action courtside. We'll see you at the Farrell Center in Sikkim Bears.
A bank in any town USA treats everyone like, well, anyone. At Central National Bank, we provide Central Texans with a different kind of banking. We believe in people over processes, listening over telling, and helping our customers over helping ourselves. Come to Central National Bank and experience the difference. Bank different, bank Central. Central National Bank, member FDIC, proud partner of Baylor Athletics.
The Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event is on, and there's no one key to victory. You need strength. You need power. You need agility. You need a team that shows up ready to win. And Toyota Trucks, yeah, they bring the full roster. The Toyota Tundra and Tacoma are built for it all. With available bed-mounted power outlets, massive towing capability, and a cabin fit for your crew, Toyota Tundra and Tacoma don't just show up to game day, they dominate it. Kick off the season with big savings during the Toyota Trucks Game Day sales event. But hurry, these deals won't last forever.
Toyota is a proud partner of Baylor Athletics. Wear green and haul gold in a new Tundra or Tacoma, built to take you wherever the road leads on game day and beyond. Visit your local Toyota dealer today.
Toyota, let's go places. See packages and options at toyota.com for feature availability.
You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
As we come back on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank, we'll handle these rather quickly. From Steve Van Wagner, Steve right here, who is the backup for Sawyer, and will he be put in the game if we have a good lead?
Yeah, there's still a good competition there going. I think we've got guys that we feel really comfortable with, kind of drop back passing, and if we need to go through kind of a progression, and we've got to be able to read a defense and get the ball out quickly. And hey, this is the leverage we're looking for, so I'm gonna spit that thing out. And then I think we've also got guys that can run the football, right, and then can be a +1 in the run game and take advantage of it that way, and then have the ability to throw shots and everything else that comes off with a real effective run game. And so I think there's an ability to kind of go either way. And so that room is probably along with some of these other ones, but in terms of like the character and the kind of the people that are in that room, it's the best I've ever been around. And so they've got all throughout this, they've been pushing each other to get better, and Yeah, I'm excited for them to have an opportunity to play. I think we've got to be able to stop some people on defense and get to the point to where we can kind of build a lead and then give some other guys an opportunity to play some ball.
All right, Samford, 11 a.m. on Saturday morning at McLean Stadium. Coach, we appreciate you being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Coach Dave Aranda will be back and wrap things up live from Rudy's right after this.
Premier ER and Urgent Care has all the convenience of
Should be about a minute.
expertise of an ER, all under one roof. At every visit, be seen by ER-trained staff with on-site lab and CT, X-ray, ultrasound, and EKG. Here, you pay for the appropriate level of care that you receive, and we are in-network with most major insurance providers. Premier ER and Urgent Care has 4 convenient locations serving Texas: San Marcos, Temple, Waco, and Woodway. To learn more, visit www.premier.care.
TFNB Your Bank for Life is the official local bank of Baylor Athletics. Find out why more Central Texas are making TFNB their bank for life. Sign up for our Edge checking and savings accounts to earn interest or cash back. With 5 convenient locations and an award-winning mobile app, banking has never been easier. TFNB Your Bank for Life. Member FDIC.
Are you ready for Baylor football? The Bears have an action-packed home schedule with premier matchups against
We'll have about a minute.
Utah, defending conference champion Arizona State. You make the
Be about a minute, maybe a little less.
So get
But around there, yeah. Hit it perfect.
just your tickets today at BaylorBears.com/tickets for your seat at a rockin' McLean Stadium. Sic 'em Bears.
Y'all listen up. Let me tell you something about group meals from Rudy's Barbecue. It's got all you need for all the folks you gotta feed. Smoked meat, sides, and more. There's everything down to
45 seconds what we'll have. I'll catch you down.
see at the store. And a bridal shower, it's better than flowers. And a long business meeting, it'll pass the hours. It'll beat all the cousins at a family function. It's better than potluck at a church luncheon. Next time you need to feed 10 or more, call an order a Rudy's group meal.
Next in line. You're listening to the Baylor Coaches Show on the Baylor Sports Media Network.
Up on the Baylor Coaches Show, presented by Central National Bank. We'll be back next Wednesday, same bat time, same bat channel. Hope you can join us then. Baylor football hosting Samford coming up Saturday morning, 11 a.m. at McLean Stadium. Third meeting all time between Baylor and Samford. They played in 02, played in 05, and now here, Game 3 to wrap up non-conference play this Saturday. Thanks to Premier ER and Urgent Care. That is our game sponsor for Baylor and Samford. So we will see you there, and we'll see you here next week for the Baylor Coaches Show presented by Central National Bank. We appreciate your being with us. Thanks for your support.